What up, what up? Welcome back, everybody. Episode 6, Season 1, the New South News. Once again, I'm Rob Bridgers. To my left, we got my man, Mr. Ray Masonette. How's it going?
We get it right. I see you rocking some Nelly over there.
Yeah, it's CIAA week, so in honor of, my Broncos, Bronco Pride, I bleed blue, so I had to show my boys some love. So let's get it done, fellas.
All right, shout out to Baylor State.
Absolutely, yeah. So, man, let's hop right to it. So the Hoop State is home of the greatest shooter ever, my guy, Wardell Stephen Curry. So Steph is an amazing shooter, but it actually got me thinking here, Ray. So right now in the Hoop State, who would you say are probably one of the three best shooters in the state right now?
Three best shooters in the state. So first we got to start with Steph's alma mater, right? Charlotte Christian plays home to J.C. Tharrington, Appalachian State commit. He's a heady guard first and foremost, but he can shoot the lights out of that thing. So that would be one of my picks. Who would you go with?
I'm going to come back way from Charlotte, way to the far East Coast. I'm going to go Dylan Blake. Woo. First flight. Dylan has had numerous games this year where he's put up monster threes. I think I saw a clip one game where he hit maybe 4 threes in the span of like a minute and 20 seconds. It was something crazy like that. So
yeah, he's
Dylan will definitely be my choice. So you got one more person?
One more. The Trojan horse, I would say, word of God's Max Farthing.
Recent NC State commit, Max Farthing. Congrats, Max.
Shout out to you. He's one of those players. He's just an unconscious shooter. Standing at 6'6", 6'7".
One thing I like about Max is there's no wasted motion with Max. It's kind of like that, not comparing him to Klay Thompson, but when he catches it and he's square, it's going up. And a lot of times it's going in. So a lot of times the shooters, being a former shooter myself.
Okay.
You don't want to have too many wasted motions. You want to get your shot off as quick as possible, especially when you're playing against guys who may be more quicker, faster, stronger than you. So we named 3 shooters here that we think are the best shooters in the Hoop State. But you guys let us know out there who you think the best shooters are. Leave the comments below. All right, so guys, the champions have been crowned in the NCISAA tournament. We had the 4 winners: Greenfield in 1A, Fayetteville Academy in 2A, Carmel Christian in 3A, and Greensboro Day with the 3P in 4A. So we'll start with 1A here, Ray. So we actually got to attend the Greenfield versus Northwood game. What was your thoughts on that game?
There are a lot of things that I took away from that game for both teams. I'm gonna steal one of your comments. It was what was it? The final score was 68-67. Had there been 15, 20 more seconds on that clock, I think Northwood would have came away with a win because they ran them down. But shout out to Greenfield. Shout out to everything they did. They moved the ball really well. They got some heroes that we'll talk about later in the show.
Absolutely.
But overall, man, I think the team effort was phenomenal.
Yeah, for me, being from Wilson, knowing the Greenfield program, like what Coach Salter has built the program up, I couldn't have been more proud at that moment. It's the first state championship for Greenfield since 2006. That school has a huge tradition. Great guys come through. Anthony Atkinson, Brian Richardson, Aaron Roundtree, Kobe White. I mean, the list goes on and on, the guys who come through Greenfield. And they're still a family to this day. So for those guys to all, come together like they did, and, those players made plays at the end, everybody contributed to that win. So shout out to Greenfield, man. Way to bring it home for Wilson, man. So congrats. So the 3A title game with Village Christian versus Carmel Christian was actually a really, really close game. Carmel pulled the win out 65-64, finishing the year 31-3. So they'll wait to see if they're going to make Geico National. So good luck to you guys. Hope we're rooting for you moving forward as well.
In the 4A title game, Greensboro Day came out on top against Christ School.
First of all, shout out to Greensboro Day. Congratulations on 3-peat. Big game from their lead guard Cam Hayes. Big plays all around. A lot of guys made contributions. Carson, Big Mike Fowler. The guy I want to talk about is Austin Inge. Austin actually made the All-State team. All year I've spoken to Greensboro Day fans and the coaching staff. Everybody's telling me Austin Inge is the guy who makes them go. So, to kind of see a guy who's not as heralded as the other guy, the D1 guys on the team, get recognition is pretty dope. So, once again, congratulations to Greensboro Day. A big win. That was a big win against Christ School. Christ School made a heck of a run. They got their big kid back, Big Justice. So they made a run. They knocked off Charlotte Christian. So great run by Christ School as well too. So All right, guys. The Underrated Culture Player of the Week is a clothing line created by Kinston and Winthrop alum Mike Jenkins. Just wanted to shine light on underrated players, giving them spotlight that they deserve.
This week's player is Greenfield School Class of 2020, Creighton Lebo.
Creighton, first of all, congratulations on a great season. Creighton's a kid that this is his first year at Greenfield. He just recently transferred from Greensboro Rose. Actually, he's the son of former ECU coach and UNC standout Jeff Lebo. Creighton you can tell he's a coach's son. His game is very methodical. Everything he does is very deliberate. His move, his footwork, the way he handles the ball. There's no wasted dribbles with Creighton. He can score from all three levels. He made a play in the championship game when he spent off the kids, split the defenders, and laid it up. It was an amazing play. Yeah. But Creighton's a kid that he gets it done, man. He was the conference player of the year at Greenfield this year. I think he won the tournament MVP. He was all state. Creighton's just a kid that continually gets better and better every time that I see him. So congratulations, Creighton.
So the NCHSAA playoff bracket has been released. Tell me some things that stood out to you.
First thing I looked at, I was looking over the 4A East bracket. There's a potential rematch in the second round this week versus Leesville and Millbrook. Leesville got the win in the conference tournament over Millbrook last week pretty convincingly. So, Millbrook had some guys out. So, I'm pretty sure they'll be smelling blood this week. That was one of the bigger things that stood out to me. Really interested to see how the playoffs shake out. We've seen a lot of projections, a lot of things. Now it's time to play ball. So
right. One of the things about the Millbrook loss, I can't imagine how much pressure that is for a team to be undefeated and remain undefeated.
Right.
So I think them getting that loss, like you said, allows them to kind of be a little bit more hungry for that state title. So I think they're going to come out with a wrath of hell to any team that they play against. Okay, Rod, so let's talk about Southwest Guilford. Number 1 in the state, undefeated, but I feel like they're not getting the publicity that they deserve.
Right.
Talk to me about it.
So, Southwest Guilford is led by the Langley twins, UNCG commits. Those guys get up in you. They are dog defenders. They play above the rim. They're just great overall basketball players. I think the thing with Southwest Guilford is they haven't played the national schedule that maybe like Cox Mill has or South Central has, So I think people are kind of sleeping on them in a sense. Their closest game this year has been 11 points. Sheesh. They get up and down. They like I said, they press full court. They really get up in you. So it'll be interesting to see, that game, if it does happen with Cox Mill. It looks like they're on a collision course to meet in the regional finals.
So I got a quick question for you. Okay. We going off script a little bit, but let's educate the people.
Okay.
Why does it matter if a team plays a national schedule or not?
Well, the reason it really matters is, it matters towards max preps rankings.
Gotcha.
You're ranked according to your strength of schedule. So I'll give you an example. South Central is a team that, yes, they played in the John Wall Holiday Invitational, but the rest of their schedule wasn't as strong as someone, say, like a Millbrook or a Wakefield. So that's why they're the 3 seed. So max preps rankings play a huge role in it. So, all right, Ray. So tell me some playoff matchups that you're looking forward to seeing.
There's a few. And again, this is hard. Certain teams winning, certain teams losing. But one matchup I'm looking forward to seeing is a potential third rounder in Kinston and Farmville. Another one is the potential regional final, which would be Millbrook versus South Central, West Charlotte and North Met. I think those would be some really good matchups.
So I think those are some really good picks, but it's this time of the year, it's March Madness, so there are bound to be some upsets. So guys, let us know what you think. If there's a game out there that we didn't name that you guys are looking forward to seeing, let us know. Let us know in the comments below. All right, guys, so that's the end of episode 6. Be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms. We'll have full recaps of the first 2 rounds of the playoffs next week. For once again, my name is Rob Bridgers, Ray Masonette, New South News, episode 6. We out.